this is probably one of the biggest concerns right here. This road continues to literally be breaking off.
Well, this is the reason why we can't leave Plum Grove. This is the reason that you get stuck on our own little island.
This little tiny creek here, which on a normal day is a very tiny creek, becomes like a floodgate has opened, seriously. And as it's rushing, here, can you hold this over there?
Yep.
So this road is on its way to crumbling. We have no idea how much time we have left to be able to pass this part of Plum Grove Road, but it's terrifying. It's kind of a catch-22 because at one point it becomes a risk to leave as much as it is a risk to stay.
Yeah.
And you have to know the timing of when, because pulling that trailer through floodwaters is also...
Yeah, I promise we set a lot higher than the trailer did.
Let me show you the new waterfall at Longhorn Lester's. Yeah, the water is supposed to flow from here, not so much here. And oh, here's a special trick. Ritzy, watch out. This ground is soft right here, right next to the edge. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen back there so much. Oh look, I actually have stairs now coming down to the ditch. So that's good news. This happens to be an issue. We knew that it was supposed to rain today, but we expected to get less than an inch for the entire 24-hour period. Little did we know that this storm was going to stall over top of us and cause us to have to make evacuation plans and more. Maybe it's across the roads already. Like all of these streets, this is bad. That home is only about 10 foot away from that water making it to the door. That's scary to me. Very scary. It's at their door. Wow. We left Longhorn Lester's at our normal time to head home and do I'm a Survivor chores. After all, it's the weekend and we have everything to do. We had no idea that the amount of rain that would fall from the time we stepped out of the door till the time we got to I'm a Survivor would be so horrific that we would actually struggle to get home. Right now, we are less than a mile from I'm a Survivor. And as you can see, Plum Grove is inundated. Flash flooding has caused the water to come out of everywhere and to just stand still. It's treacherous out here. I think that we're catching this at just the right time.
Well, the scary thing is all of this water flows to the river.
Yeah.
And once the river reaches capacity, that's when it gets real bad because this water has nowhere to go.
Well, and it's been raining like crazy for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we have 5 more days ahead.
The creeks are full, the lakes are full, the
Yeah.
ditches are full, and
There's
the
nowhere-
ground is saturated.
Yes.
And that makes for a double whammy,
Yeah.
triple whammy.
A very scary situation.
Quadruple whammy.
A triple whammy. I know it doesn't seem deep here for those that are watching, but this is the beginning. All of this water out here. This is not a lake. This is literally a field or a pasture for cows. And it all goes to this tiny little creek right up here. And the water is definitely over the road. This is very scary. Because as you mentioned, the ground is so saturated already. And it's only, there's just nowhere for this water to go. And we are getting another 2.5 inches later today. And
Have you heard the expression, turn around, don't drown?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't turn around. We got animals waiting for us.
Yeah.
So for most folks, turn around, don't drown if it's a leisure, casual drive somewhere. But if you have animals at home waiting for you who need you, you can't turn around. You've got to keep going, pushing forward. It is scary, though.
It is scary. We got some big decisions to make. Baby, it's really gross out here. And it's gonna get worse. I'm so sorry. This is what makes me the most sad though, of any rainstorm that we have. Y'all see that sadness? You see that fear? It's real. It's incredibly real. Okay, enough videoing. We got a lot of work to do. Hank, was it scary, baby? Was it scary, love? Annabelle? All right. We gotta make decisions about how many per trip in the trailer and what order things are gonna go. But the safest thing is to evacuate. And that's a really hard decision for Lester to make. The stress on the animals is a huge thing to consider. And to really think through as far as who and where and what and how. But we're about to figure that out together. All right, so we are headed to go get the trailer. And this is probably one of the biggest concerns right here. This road continues to literally be breaking off.
Well, this is the reason why we can't leave Plum Grove. This is the reason that you get stuck on our own little island.
This little tiny creek here, which on a normal day is a very tiny creek, becomes like a floodgate has opened, seriously. And as it's rushing, here, can you hold this over there?
Yeah. Well, worse than that, the fire department will come down and close the road.
As they should.
Yeah, they will come by and they'll block it.
So the fire department comes and blocks the road that no matter what, people can't risk.
No, they don't want you in and out. You're stuck. You're on that side, you're on that side.
Yeah,
you're on this side, you're on this side, you're done.
And then we literally are stuck until waters recede, and hoping that road hasn't gone away, because it's the way out.
Yeah, so during Harvey, a lot of folks who kept saying you should have taken them out, the thing is you couldn't, because that was closed. And so that's the only way in or out. And so you're stuck. So we were on our own little island, and then the water just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. Look at this here.
Here's Plum Grove City Hall. Now, they've built it up, as you can see on their redo, but I just get nervous that it's not enough. This is not good. It's not good at all. So the thing about getting out, this truck right here is hesitating.
And that's a big truck. He sits higher
and
off
it's
the
a
ground than we
big
do.
truck, because I have a feeling he's watching where the water is going to make sure. I don't think he wants to scoot over, babe. I think that there's something that he's seeing right now.
Well, he's wondering if the road is still there or not.
Yeah, so
I'm glad he's going first.
Seriously, he was probably like, I wonder if this guy will go first. But the fears around what would happen to this road, because the ground's so saturated, what happens is underneath the layer of pavement, we'll call it, is dirt. Eventually it's dirt. Now, it's been driven on for many years, but it's still dirt. And when you have water slamming up against it, it's very possible that not only will the edges break off, but the whole thing underneath it that's supporting it can be swept away. And you seriously have a whole new path of water, because it just can't get to where it's going fast enough, and it spreads so far out, and it's dumping out of the neighborhood. It's alarming, and it's scary to think about the possibilities here. And this is a have to do for us, but a don't do. Like, seriously,
Turn around, don't drown.
yes, like know what you're getting yourself into and the possibilities, because this is very dangerous. This is like a don't do what we say, don't do what we do and do what we say scenario of what I would tell my kids. I would never want our kids to be doing what we're doing right now. And
well, we got animals. We have to
save our animals, so we have to go get the trailer. We have to do this. It is worse than we actually thought it was going to be, and there's no sign of it letting up. With 5 more days, y'all. 5 more days of rain, and it's still just coming out of the neighborhood and coming out of what is up north. Sorry for the wind. Look, this car, oh, it's got kids in the car, is seriously considering how they're going to get home, or if they're going to get home, and then what does their home look like on top of it all. These people are very likely out here determining what they're going to be doing with their animals as well, because their entire place is underwater. They're starting to be, I should say. So I think for me, one of the hardest things is that divide and conquer is very real for us, but the guilt of not being at I'm a Survivor and helping is great, and is great, not like in a proud way, is in like my guilt is great and is large, because I feel like I should be helping those animals, I should be doing those things, but in reality I need to prepare Longhorn Lester's, and I need to make sure that property is ready and is well as well. And
well, could I say something here?
Sure.
So let's not forget that I have 50 years of experience of knowing what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So I kind of already have the gist of the timeline of when it's time and when it's too late.
Yeah. Look at this. There's part of the road coming across the road.
Yeah.
Gosh. I know that you have that knowledge, but it doesn't make it easier for me to
but it would be very unfair for you to stay here and me to be at Longhorn Lester's. Longhorn Lester's is the unknown, but over here is kind of, we know what's going to happen here. We just need to determine when.
Yeah, it's a risk. This is probably like the biggest thing. It's kind of a catch-22, because at one point it becomes a risk to leave as much as it is a risk to stay.
Yeah.
And you have to know the timing of when. Because pulling that trailer through floodwaters is also...
Yeah, I promise we set a lot higher than the trailer does.
Yeah, exactly. So some of these places have a potential of that water rushing through the trailer as we're leaving. And I still can't believe how wrong the weather was, and that we're in the same situation again. And it's heartbreaking. And all I can tell you is if those goats go to Longhorn Lester's, they're not coming back, Lester. They're not. Like, it would be foolish and irresponsible of us to bring them all the way back again. It would. I'm sorry. I know that breaks your heart just as much, maybe more, because it's your home, it's what you've known, it's all the things, but they're better served at Longhorn Lester's. You know what's baffling to me? Are all of these people trying to get out and move things and do things too, like we are, or are they just out and about to take a look at what's going on?
Well, this car's broken down right here. He went to the high water, so he stopped. And now this is the high water over here. And it is their bumpers.
Yeah.
It'd be to the grill on that smaller vehicle.
So it's broke down, which is causing all this stuff. I guess I'm surprised to see so many people out and about in it. Like, I know that we have a purpose, but if I didn't have a purpose, I can't say I'd be out driving around at all. For fear of getting stuck in it, I guess. But maybe not everybody's like me, or maybe everybody's just used to it. It's like, we still gotta go to church. I don't know. Speaking of church, that one is about to have water in its front door. I've never seen this before. This is a little bit alarming to me. I don't know. I'm not crying. I promise you, I'm not crying. I know that I swore I would never complain about rain after going through a drought, but I have to be honest with you, I really want to complain about rain right now. This is zero fun at both properties. I know we're not the only ones, but when you put so much time and effort and energy and money into a pond, a dam, structures, and all of the things, and then you watch it be washed away right before your eyes, and your animals are all at risk, and it's hard, y'all. It's not even a hurricane. It's just a rainstorm that won't stop. I'm at a loss for words. That's what I'll say. And I feel terrible for the folks who are in the same exact situation. Boy, do we have some problems. That is a waterfall forming a literal cavern headed back towards the barn. Lester doesn't know it yet, but we're gonna have to order so much rock and to put it in there to prevent this from going any further, because this is not good. Okay, so Tex and family have formed in Dixieland. The ostriches kind of do their thing out here in the rain. It isn't cold, that's the bonus. Our dogs are down here barking at the dam. Great. I fed Dixie and Beverly inside their little hut, so they're nice and dry. And I also fed the goats inside their hut. Now Carl and Debbie are doing what ostriches do. Even though they have this spot, they will not go in. And our poor little project, currently it's a, what do you call that? A pergola / veranda that has no roof. That roof is coming though. It was supposed to be on today, but you know, this surprise rainstorm really done a number on us. Anyway, I just wanted to stop, y'all. All right, so because of how fast the water's rushing, I'm actually gonna take my car down to park it at the gate, just in case our driveway washes out. Yay! Well, I just went and parked my car for fear, or maybe precaution, or maybe both, of the driveway being washed out and the pasture being too soft to drive through. Lester went back to I'm a Survivor to get the littles, and I am gonna put some more hay in the stalls and barn to be able to hopefully pat it down. I can't keep this up, for moisture, and just hoping for the best. I called our pond guys because Mama's mad. I've been needing them to come out and take a look, and we've been asking for a little bit, and well, they got delayed with projects and everything else, and well, Mama's mad. Mama's mad that I had to call several times and send texts, and now I sent a video, which was pretty much a crisis. So Longhorn Lester's gonna be fine. No animals are gonna be harmed. We're gonna be okay. Okay, we're gonna be okay. But the way things are flowing, and we got a dam breach, and the dam breach wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. Here, let me show you. Let me show you the new waterfall at Longhorn Lester's. Yeah, the water is supposed to flow from here, not so much here. And oh, here's a special trick. Ritzy, watch out. This ground is soft right here, right next to the edge. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen back there so much. Oh look, I actually have stairs now coming down to the ditch. That's good news. This happens to be an issue. So that's cut in half right now. It actually has, let me raise this up. The dam was originally wide enough to drive over. It is now about 2 foot wide because it's collapsed. And there's not rock in the right places. It's not high enough. If you can see across the pond, you can see Longhorn Lester's second set of waterfalls that are actively forming caverns and caves that move its way back to the barn. That's special, super special. You always learn at new properties. Really, probably in the worst of times, you learn the most. Today we learned rock is important. It's gonna be okay. The pond guys are coming tomorrow. Winning. Mildred. Come on, let's get inside. It's a very sloppy day. But the rain is letting up a little bit, thank goodness. And look, that's how I know that the rain is gonna stop soon, or at least pause soon, because the cows are back out eating. And the ostriches are standing up, which is great news. And even the goats are out nibbling. So just a sprinkle for now. We're gonna be okay.